Hare Krishna. So in the previous shloka we saw, Krishna ended the shloka saying, Yatha ichhasi tatha kuro. So, O Arjuna, whatever you desire now, you can do that. Because Krishna has summarized entire Gita. Firstly, he has spoken entire Gita, then he has summarized entire Gita for Arjuna. Now, ideally, Gita should get over. But still verses are remaining. So what is it that Krishna is speaking now? Let's try to explore from Shloka number 64. Sarvaguhyatamam bhuyah Shrinu me paramam vachah Ishtosi me dridham iti Tato vakshyami te hitam. So here Krishna is saying that Ishtaha asi me dridham iti. Because you are my very dear friend, because you are very dear to me. So what am I doing? Tato vakshyami, therefore I am speaking to you. What am I speaking? Is speaking paramam vachaha, supreme instruction. And what is the speciality of this instruction? Sarva guhya tamam. It's most confidential. Most confidential. And so now he is saying, Shrinu me, hear from me. So, why is it so important to hear? He is saying, te hitam. It will be beneficial. It will benefit you. Now, this is a very nice shloka. So, after saying, Yatha ichhasi tatha kuro, now Krishna is giving Arjuna, the most confidential knowledge. It was very nice to analyze. What happened? Between these two verses, what happened? Now Arjuna is there on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Krishna is speaking to him. Krishna has spoken to him about Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Now all this is spoken, and when Krishna told Arjuna that Yatha ichhasi tatha kuro, so at that time Arjuna, he was still, and then he started thinking, so Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, so what should I choose? Looking at the confused situation of Arjuna, Krishna's butter-like heart melts. And just out of compassion for his devotees, Krishna speaks. So nice to hear this. So here, this has to be very clear for all of us that Lord, He wants all the living entities to get clarity in life. What has to be done? And for that, Lord can go to any extent. To any extent. In fact, we will see one of the verses in future videos where Lord is asking Arjuna, did you understand whatever I said? Till now, whatever I have spoken, did you understand? And that particular line, basically why Krishna is asking, if you have not understood, no problem. Again, I will start from the first verse. This is the merciful nature of the Lord, where He is ready to go to any extent to reclaim the fallen souls back home, back to Godhead. And here, after telling the entire Gita and finishing off the philosophy, everything is finished, everything is done, completed, that's the right word, now everything is completed. And now Krishna is telling, I will give you the most confidential knowledge. Now there's a question. Okay, all this is there. Why is Krishna calling Arjuna, here especially, Ishtaha Asime, you are very dear to me. So Krishna is making this very clear. Arjuna, stop thinking now. You are very dear to me. Since you are very dear to me, I am going to give you something which is confidential. See, when do we share confidential things? When someone is very dear to us, close to us, to whom we can disclose our heart. So that to that person will speak something confidential. So here Krishna is saying, I'll tell you something confidential. And this confidential thing is open to everyone. That's the speciality of this confidential thing. Now here it is said, Lord has given Arjun the knowledge that is confidential, guhya. What is that knowledge? Knowledge of Brahman or knowledge of spirit soul. And then guhya tara, that is still more confidential. What was that? That is knowledge of the super soul within everyone's heart. That is guhya tara. Now here there is a word which says sarva guhya tamam. Guhya tamam. Guhya, guhya tara, guhya tamam. So guhya tamam, that is most confidential knowledge. And what is that most confidential knowledge? That will be the essence of entire Gita. The most confidential knowledge. And we are very fortunate. Srila Prabhupada took this most confidential knowledge that Krishna is going to give in the next few shlokas. He took that and he has given in almost each and every purport right from the first shloka. That's the glorious stuff that Srila Prabhupada has done. This is the glorious thing. Even if someone reads somewhere from between, some chapter which talks about Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga, some page, some verse, and he reads the Bhaktivedanta purport, he will actually understand the most confidential knowledge of Gita. It's very sad that there are some people who are saying, oh, ISKCON's Bhagavad-gita as it is does not have proper translation and commentary. Now, what does that mean? It is the best of the best commentary, because anyone who reads this from any page, from any side, any chapter, from any verse, that person will get the most confidential knowledge. This is the thing that we as devotees should understand. That's the glorious activity that Srila Prabhupada has done. And that, see, Bhagavad-gita was there, so many Gitas were available. But then this Gita, Bhagavad-gita as it is, which is widely distributed all around the world, is actually transforming the lives of people. And there are many people who are becoming devotees of Lord Sri Krishna. This is the glory. This is the glory of Srila Prabhupada's translation and commentary. So all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Because of his mercy, today we are able to discuss that great confidential knowledge that Krishna is going to give us. It's very nice how Krishna, he prepares the mind of the readers, or he's preparing the mind of Arjuna. Now I'm going to speak the most confidential knowledge. Shrinu me, hear carefully. Now here there is one word, that is bhuyah. Now this word bhuyah says, if we translate it word to word, it says again. Again hear from me. I'm again going to repeat this instruction. Now, why this word again is used? Why? We will see in the next video that how Krishna is going to actually repeat the last shloka of 9th chapter. He's going to repeat and emphasize, and he's also going to give some promise. So Krishna is saying, again I am going to repeat. Now see, when we repeat something, what does that mean? It means that that thing is very important, so that stress is given by repeating. So here is Krishna in Bhagavad-gita, 700 verses. This is the only verse we'll be seeing that in the next video. This is the only verse which is repeated. So you can just imagine how important this verse will be. So here it is said, this essence that Krishna is going to give from next shloka onwards is not understood by a common man, but by one who is actually very dear to Krishna, a pure devotee of Krishna. Only a pure devotee of Krishna can understand. Many times people get stuck. I want to practice Karma Yoga. I want to practice Jnana Yoga. I want to practice Ashtanga Yoga. How can we practice all this in the age of Kali? Not possible. We have discussed this elaborately in our previous videos. That how now our Varna and Ashram is only not decided. How can we practice Karma Yoga? Our Karma that we talk about, no, it is not what we do on a day-to-day activities. It's actually what is prescribed in the scriptures. Those activities we are supposed to do. But now it's all khichdi. We don't know. Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, to practice that, the prerequisite is we should be detached from the results of our activities. We should be free from the proprietorship, doership mentality. I am doing it. I did it. It's mine. We should be free from all that. Just imagine, this itself is very high level. And from there we have to take off. So we can just imagine how difficult it is. So in this way we understand that how Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga and all this is not possible. It's not practical in the age of Kali. So what is practical? That practical thing Krishna is giving towards the end of Dwapar Yuga, because Kali Yuga is just starting. So he's emphasizing that point, emphasizing and giving the essence of Gita now towards the end. And this can be understood only by a pure devotee, a devotee who is aspiring to attain Krishna. That devotee can understand the importance of these verses. Others will not. Now, Karma Yogi, Jnana Yogi, Ashtanga Yogi, they'll feel like, what is this? This is all lower level. This is all lower level. Finally, this is the most important instruction in all Vedic literatures. What Krishna is saying in this connection is most essential part of knowledge, and it should be carried out not only by Arjun but by all living entities. So it's not just for Arjun, it's for all of us. So let's see this most confidential knowledge that Krishna is going to give from next video onwards. Hare Krishna.